Hello and welcome to Pilbology. This is a beginner's level video that today is going to focus on possessives. Now we've already seen definite articles. Definite articles were the ones that were the der, the die and the das, all of which meant the or the, depending on how you want to pronounce it. All right. Then we had the indefinite articles. Indefinite articles, which were, for example, ein, eine, and ein again. And these all meant a or an. For example, ein Hund, or ein Haus, or eine Katze. So those are the indefinite articles. And the next stage along from that is in fact the possessives. So let's have a look at that now. We're going to focus on what's called the first person, the singular. Looking at the first person, second person, and third person, singular. That means you're only ever talking about one person. And in German, those forms are quite simply ich, du, and the triple-pronged er, sie, es. Now, er, he. Sie means she. Es is kind of a generic word for it. So it's only one thing you're talking about. So it is raining. It doesn't necessarily refer to anything apart from the fact that there is rain falling from the sky. But rather than saying there is rain falling from the sky, you would say it is raining. It's raining. Es regnet. So this rule applies for these ones. Now, the way that we do the possessives is quite simple. If you were to bring back this one and zoom in on it. Now remember that the endings for ein, eine, and ein. So the only change was when you had the e when it was feminine. For example, die Katze. Okay. So now with that in mind, a very similar rule applies. For the ich form, we would be using mein. For the du form, you would use dein. So, for example, if you wanted a masculine word like mein, whoops, it helps if you press the button, mein Hund, there is no ending change here. No ending change also applies, for example, if I said, das ist dein Haus, for example. And obviously there's only, the only change occurs when you would stick an E on the end if you wanted to say, for example, Katze. Das ist meine Katze, das ist deine Katze. Okay, so das ist meine Katze. So that is how we write the I and the U form. So I, you would say, it's very similar to the English. I mean, they come from the same roots after all. It's mine. It's the same pronunciation almost. Mine. My cat. It's my house, it's my handbag, it's my hairdryer, it's my sunglasses, they are my sunglasses, it's my mirror. It's your, here, your can of drink, your school book. So, Those are the rules for the first two. Now, that's the first person. Let's find my little doobry. That's the first person singular. This is the second person singular. So ich, first person, du, second person. Knowing whether it's the first person or second person or third person, singular, plural, doesn't really matter at this stage. For the grammar geeks like me out there, we're going to come to that in the more advanced videos. Alright, so let's just get these ones back out of the way. So now we need to focus on er, sie, es. Let's do er, sie, and es. And here's where a slight change comes in. So we know that there's going to be an ending change if it's feminine. And with the other two, with the masculine and the neuter, we don't need to change anything. So, er, in English, obviously, we would say it's his dog. With sie, sounds quite similar to she, we would say, obviously, her, it's her cat. Her t-shirt, it's her phone. And for it, so if you're talking, for example, about a cat, that's its bowl, not it is, and let's be very specific about this. We wouldn't write it's like that, would we? We would, in fact, just write it's. That's its ear. That's its food bowl. Those are very original sentences, but you see where I'm going with it. Right. So for these, there's only one change here, again, and it's with the sie form, the female form, because the two masculine ones are the same. So think of it like this. When you're talking about the definite articles, the indefinite articles, and then the possessives, the only change that's made is with the feminine form. So this is how it works. I'm going to do some crazy arrows here. So for his and its, believe it or not, that's an arrow, you would use sein. And again, the ending rule applies that there's no ending for masculine, there's no ending for neuter, and there's an E ending if you want to make it feminine, okay? So seine. So if I want to say it's his cat, das ist seine Katze. That's his house, das ist sein Haus. It's his dog, das ist sein Hund. So the only change is here with the feminine, and it is ihr. Okay, ihr. Now, again, the same endings. So either das ist ihr, that is her dog. Okay, so look back up here. Das ist ihr Hund. Das ist ihr Haus. Das ist ihre Katze. Sometimes you hear the E from different areas of Germany is sometimes pronounced in different ways. It's not as much of an as I'm making it out. Das ist meine. Das ist ihre Katze. I'm just trying to emphasize the endings. So the only ending change is for the feminine. Okay, that is possessives. You can look back over the other videos on the YouTube channel. If you like them, click like. If you dislike them, click like. If you're going to click dislike, always try and leave me a comment. Leave the comments below. If there's anything else that I can address for you, then I'll try to do so. And I'll always take on the comments on board when I'm making other videos. And if they're helpful to you, then you can like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, see you next time.